What is up, you guys, and welcome back to Neves TV episode 2.0. So without further ado, let's get to the show. So today is March the 13th. What are the plans for today? Let's get to the drawing board. Bang! So, last week was March the 6th and we went over the first video as introducing the channel and getting a little bit of feedback. So thank you guys who gave feedback. Today is March the 13th. That means I'm going to be testifying of me being saved as well as giving who I once was. Dang, okay. So who I once was. Well, to be completely honest, I didn't even introduce myself properly. Well, for those of you who don't know, my name is Jose Antonio Nieves, but I do go by Neves because back in high school I played football. The coaches always call you by your last name and they could not pronounce my last name correctly, so they just changed it to Neves and it just stuck, and I don't really mind. It's pretty cool. Alright, well, that's my name. Now let's get back to the beginning of my genesis. I was born March 17th, 1997. It was a beautiful, beautiful, bright, sunny day. I'm kidding, I don't know what kind of day it was. I was born in Houston or Pasadena. I don't really know. My mama told me, but you know, with parents to kids, everything they say, half of it goes in one ear and out the other. Forgive me, Lord, and parents. So growing up, I was blessed. I didn't even realize it, but I was extremely blessed. I grew up very financially stable. I was always a little bit academically advanced. Physically, I was good. I was in shape in sports and stuff. Even through school, actually, I had very good friends. I always maintained good grades and like everything was fine. Everything was really, really, really good. I was extremely blessed, but for some reason, I fell into depression very, very early on. I stayed in depression, but let me explain, I guess, my personality. So personality wise, growing up I was very energetic, to say the least, but at the same time I was very shy. I didn't like making new friends. I was very scared of a lot of things. I had a whole lot of fears. Like I had a fear of the dark. I was scared of heights. I was scared of trying new things, of confrontation, conflict, of other people, of other people's thoughts. And I grew up like that, going on and on and on, all the way up until about the summer of 7th grade going to 8th grade. So that summer, something huge impacted my life. And the crazy thing is that I didn't realize that it impacted me until I reflected upon it. So that year was actually the year that my parents, they got divorced, unfortunately. So I went from being this really quiet, shy kid. Ever since then, I've been very, very outgoing. I completely changed, but at the same time, that depression just like took to a whole new level. While on the outside, I was very happy. I was very talking to everybody. I was always the party guy. I actually became a party guy, unfortunately. But on the inside, I was just slowly starting to break. So now we're getting to the high school story. So freshman year wasn't too bad, you know. I started to lose myself. Sophomore year got a little bit worse. Junior year got a little bit worse. Then senior year hit. It was this entirely new animal. It was horrible, guys. Y'all have no idea how. No, senior year was kind of bad. That's when I started drinking heavily. That's when I started having sex. Man, I was very narcissistic. I became very self-centered. I only cared about myself. I only did things to help others in order to help myself. Put others down secretly. It was just bad. It was really bad. So high school just got horrible. My house actually became the party house. Another friend of mine, we would always go to either her house or my house to throw a party, have a get together, drink, do this or that. And then college hit. And college hit a lot harder than I thought it was gonna hit. This is whenever everything just took to an entirely different level. I became an extreme alcoholic. Confession time. Okay, my first semester of college, I failed 2 classes with a 0 because I was out partying, hungover, or I was in someone's dorm, or they were at my house. The old me, I'm telling you, was really bad. I'm completely ashamed of what I used to be. Do I regret it? In a sense, yes, I absolutely 100% do. All the people that I hurt and all the time I spent hurting myself and killing myself spiritually, I regret it undoubtedly. But at the same time, I don't. Because if I didn't go through all of that, if I didn't do all of those things that I once did, then I wouldn't be able to be here and tell you how God changed me. how God took my life, took this beaten, broken man, completely changed him. And the craziest part is, I didn't even believe in him. Before May 3rd of 2016, I was an atheist. Now, I'm not saying that all atheists are narcissistic, sex addicted, alcoholic, depressed, compulsive liars. That's just what I was. And I did drugs once, but that's besides the point. I was lost, I was bad, I was hurt, I was running in circles, and I thought I was fine. See, the reason why I did all of these things was because they made me feel better, even if it's just for a time. After coming to know God, I realized how bad I was and how much I needed him and how much he changed me. So a lot of people ask, Neves, how did you make that huge change? You used to be like this, but now you're like this. Neves, what happened to you? Why are you so happy all the time? Why are you always working? Why are you restless? How have you become so different? Oh, my all-time favorite. What did you do to change yourself? And my answer every single time, I did not change myself. My God changed me. God completely changed me, turned my life around, and I am forever thankful for him and for everything that he's done now and before I knew him. So I'm also going to share how I was saved. So May 3rd, 2016, I was on my way to work or maybe school, I'm not sure. It was around 5:30 in the morning. So I got in my car, went down the street, and then took a turn on the feeder. So I was way back here and I was going towards the light, and then all of a sudden this warm feeling just came over me. I didn't realize it at first, but I came to realize later on that it was actually the Holy Spirit. And as I was going, I felt it very heavy in my heart to slow down. So I began slowing down. Then my light turned green. Their light turned red, my light turned green. And I kept slowing down. I just felt the need to slow down. And then right as I was about to pass the intersection, an 18-wheeler ran his red light. And will Neves be able to stop in time? Will he crash into the 18-wheeler? Find out on the next episode of Neves TV. So that is it for today's video, you guys. Yes, I do realize I left a little cliffhanger. That's because I'm going to be giving a part 2 of this video that is coming out March 17th, my birthday, at 7 p.m. Please do not forget to watch it. And lastly, if y'all could please give some feedback, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.